Hey guys, I want to give you guys some content as I'm working on a big project right now, 10 to 20 most deadliest cults. Spoiler alert, Scientology is on there, but you will never know where they're at, blah blah blah. But, you know, I kind of want to produce some content for you guys so you have something to enjoy. At least something from my smooth, dulcet voice. Well, as you guys may know, I have a crazy story about what happened when I was living in a hotel about a year or so ago. As you may know, I made a update a year ago, and this is actually something that actually happened to me, and you can go check out, my firehouse update video, blah blah blah, of, when that actually happened. It was also during this time when I recorded my collaboration with my good buddy I Hate Everything, so yeah, there you go. When I was about, say a year or so ago, my house caught on fire because my older brother, was smoking in a garage and caught it on fire. And the smoke damage was so bad to the house that the entire place smelled like smoke, and if you were to actually go in there, you would probably puke or something along those lines. Honestly, at first, it didn't suck too bad because I had, maybe if my laptop and a few movies, but it really did suck at first because I didn't have anything to really entertain myself outside of the internet and whatever happened to be installed on my hard drive at the time. Not to mention the hotel internet was so bad that it was hard to really download anything new. On top of that, I was really demoralized from making videos. Oftentimes my videos would be like a week or two apart because it was just hard to record. Mainly because in order to record, I had to go into the bathroom of the hotel and sit on the toilet with a TV tray in my lap and try to balance my laptop and my microphone in a way so that I could get something of an audible sound. When I was recording If I Hate Everything, I was recording in my bathroom with him in the Skype call so we could make sure we could get the right tone for the video. Nonetheless, the story that I'm about to tell you is a crazy thing that happened to me on my first night. I was depressed, bored, and alone, and the hotel that I went to had dinners that they would do every night, but when we came there, we didn't really have any access to that, mainly because we kind of got there too late, and the dinners that they did have there were already, eaten. My mom wasn't going to go buy anything new because she already ate, and my older brother had already eaten, and I was really the only person who had not eaten anything at all that day. So I guess I was out of luck. However, there happened to be a McDonald's right up the road. But to give you a little bit of background, there was a little bit of an issue with the hotel that we're staying at. You see, we had 2 dogs, and we couldn't just ask some friend or family member to take care of them. These dogs are a little rowdy, and in order for them to be properly taken care of, it would require a lot of effort out of someone else. Not to mention, we were gone for a total of 3 to 4 months. So, again, leaving them somewhere else so we stayed at a hotel would be impossible. On top of that, because of this, we had to stay at a specific kind of hotel that would allow dogs. This hotel, which was also closer to my little brother's school, happened to be in a place known as Pontiac. Now, anyone from Michigan will be knowing this place known as Pontiac, as Little Detroit. Right now, they're not doing so well, and if you're looking for drugs, or if you're looking to get involved with a bad crowd, or get shanked right outside a good old CVS, that is the place you go to. Pontiac is not the best place in the world, and one thing you should know is that it's just one of the worst places in Michigan you can be. So, that being said, you guys may be thinking, oh, but TCR, Pontiac can't be that bad. I mean, most people aren't getting stabbed. Well, the day before we moved into this hotel, right up the road, across from the McDonald's, the gas station that was across from the McDonald's was recently mugged, and from what my mom told me, I don't know if this is true, I don't have anything that can back this up, but the gas station owner was shot and killed. meaning that I was moving into a hotel where within walking distance someone was mugged. So I'm telling my mom, I'm starving, I want food, I need to eat something, blah 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 blah. And she's like, I wouldn't go to the McDonald's, can you just tough it out one night, we'll get something in the morning, okay baby boo. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm starving, I haven't eaten today, I need to eat something. And after a little bit of coaxing, I convinced her to allow me to go to this lovely place known as McDonald's. And I start walking, but she made sure to make me scared out of my fucking mind for my own safety. With a credit card in my pocket and a hoodie on my body because it was frosty cold outside, I made sure to make my way up to the McDonald's. I went up my street, then I crossed the road, and then I was at the McDonald's. One thing you should know about this McDonald's is that it was rather weird, because a lot of these McDonald's places was kind of operated by people who weren't really looking like your typical McDonald's employee. Because these people kind of were dressed in a manner that kind of made them look, again, thuggish. They had bandanas around their head, they weren't wearing any sort of uniform, they had hoodies on, and in general, they just kind of looked a little bit more ratty. And I don't mean to sound, you know, not cool, but they were definitely a rowdy looking group. So I come in there, and the manager looks at me, sighs, and gives me one of those stink eyes, because they were about to close the lobby for a night, but I'm like, fuck that, I need food. So I go in there, order my food. I order about 20 chicken nuggets, a large fry, and a shamrock shake, as well as a normal drink, because damn it, I was fucking hungry and I'm getting my goddamn McNuggets. And then I leave. Now, this is where the interesting part of the story comes in, and probably where a lot of you are about to get a lot of your content from. I walk out of the McDonald's, and huddled in the sidewalk right in front of the McDonald's is 3 homeless people. Now, I can't really say for sure if they're homeless or just some adults down on their luck, but, you know, they had rips in their hoodies, they were a garbage brown looking color. You could clearly see that those jeans probably hadn't been changed in ever, and it's probably a safe bet that these 3 bearded white dudes did not shower in quite a long time. I can't really offer much more information on that because I didn't really stick around to see. I immediately took one peek out and I was like, alright, I'm holding a bag of McDonald's that is clearly enough to feed a lot of, well, you know, more than just myself. And there's probably 3 hungry people sitting right outside. It's not uncommon to see homeless people in Pontiac. So I decided to pop back into the McDonald's, hop out the back door, and behind this McDonald's, there is another business, which I think was a painter's business or something like that. And I climbed over this fence, walked behind that business. By the way, it was really creepy because they had this dumpster back there, and it looked like a back alley where you'd probably get mugged or shanked or something like that. And maybe I'm just being a little overly hypersensitive, but I climbed back there. I walked around the building, and this is where things get interesting. I then pop back onto the street because, of course, I need to cross. And that's when I look to my right, and one of the homeless people are suddenly walking towards me and moving away from the group. I'm waiting for the light. The light is taking fucking forever. But here's this homeless person, once again, slowly making his way towards me. It's probably about another 15 seconds before the light turns into the walk signal and I'm able to fucking run and book it to my side of the street. So that's exactly what I do. I start running over to my side of the street and I quickly start trying to make my way back to the hotel. But once again, I look back behind me and the fucking homeless person crosses the street. But this time, the 2 other homeless people, they're now waiting at the crosswalk, while the other one is following me. His pace is also increasing, and I shit you not, this actually did happen to me. But alas, I was, again, too far ahead of them. I was a bit more leaner, and I ran my ass all the way back to the hotel. It was only like maybe 200 feet away, not really too far. Again, it was like a 2-minute walk up the road, but when you were running, it was like a 1-minute run. And I quickly made it back into my hotel, and one good thing about the hotel is that you can't actually get into the hotel without actually activating your key card at the door, making it impossible for, you know, any homeless people to follow me back up to my room. But the story does not quite end there. I walk up back to my room. My brother's drunk or something like that, and I happen to have the luxury of sleeping on the couch bed. The couch bed was right next to a window. The window was I was on about the 3rd, 4th floor, and it had a great view of the American flag at night, just flopping in the breeze. It was a beautiful sight. But out of curiosity, I look out of the window, and sitting on the sidewalk in front of the parking lot are 3 homeless people, or hoodlums, or people who are gonna mug me, or some shit like that. And they stayed outside of that window for about 30 minutes before I decided to call the cops and ask them to see if they could remove them off the property. The cops eventually did come. It took them about, I would say, maybe an hour. And I actually watched the altercation between him and his partner and these 3 homeless people. At first, it looked like the officer was trying to explain something to them, and one of the homeless people was not really quite getting it, so to speak. And after about maybe 10 minutes of conversation that I was not able to hear, because again, I'm in the 4th floor of a hotel room looking out a window, looking at basically what amounts to the silhouettes of about 5 people talk to each other, the homeless people disperse. It looked like one of them was drunk, and maybe they were just having a bad night. I don't know. But that was just one weird story that happened to me while I was enjoying the luxuries of living in a hotel. Hashtag sweet life with Zach and Cody. There was nothing really more eventful that happened after that. It really was just, I got chased by a homeless person, technically. And it was really scary for me. If you happen to like this story, leaving a comment would be nice. I've been kind of depressed lately and dealing with a lot on my own side, and honestly, it's just I need to get back into the swing of making videos, because I just a little bit nervous these days. Just once again feeling like general shit. YouTube's community can be kind of fickle. I don't even give a shit anymore. And just dealing with some of these comments I've been getting is just cancerous and makes me not want to really, you know, read comments anymore. But I know I should read comments. But, you know, it's just it's just a situation where you get a majority of good comments, but then you get probably maybe 10% to 15% bad comments. And reading through those bad comments just makes you want to, you know, be depressed. Bad comments tend to stick more than good comments. But I gotta tell you, every time I read a good comment, it does just make my life a little better. So yeah, for those of you who do leave good comments, thank you. I really would like to thank you. Anyway, I want to quickly do my last little update thing. I just want to say that the TCR Patreon's premium chat, we got 2 people in there right now. And that's my good buddy, Dapper Ass Lion. He's a lion, and he's dapper as shit. And Dapper Ass Tugboat. And we were playing some awesome culling, which is probably where you're finding the footage from right now. We were playing the culling, and I recorded it, and we put it up here. And they're fucking cool people, and I would love them to death. And if you guys are watching this, then know that you are getting your $10 worth of Patreon rewards out of me, you fucking bastards. Now, see ya.